In John chapter 2, we see the scene of Jesus clearing the temple courts. He drives out the money changers and is upset over them selling things in the house of God. Now, these things would have been used for sacrifices, so it's not like they're just going there to make profit and arbitrary things. This would outwardly seem like a religious act, that they were simply providing a necessary tool for people to come and worship God. But Jesus sees their hearts, and Jesus sees that it's turned into an external extravaganza, that it's not about true worship to God. It's about this one, making money, an outward display that there's wrong things at the wrong place at the wrong time. But all this to say that this is the prophecy, if you will, that reveals, or one of them that reveals to his disciples that he's a Messiah, because they say, they remember the verse of the Old Testament, zeal for his house will consume him, or zeal for the Lord's house will consume him. And so they see that Christ here has become just engulfed in being zealous for the house of God, for true worship, and that the people were doing it wrong. And so they see this act of Jesus driving the money changers out of the temple courts as a prophetic fulfillment of who he is, because he was zealous for the house of God. He was zealous for the worship of God, and he was zealous that people truly honor God properly. This is not one of the ones we probably think about of the ultimate fulfillments of prophecy, but it's interesting that his disciples, at least in the book of John, it shows us the first miracle was water into wine, but this act of driving the money changers out of the courts is what really shocks them and opens their eyes, if you will. And I guess this leads to the last question, which is, do we have zeal for the house of God? Do we have zeal for the worship of God? Are our hearts consumed when we see things wrong in the church? Do we want God truly worshiped? Do we put forth the effort to truly worship him? Because if not, then we don't have the heart of Christ in this matter. Let's think on these things. Have a blessed day.